Today is March the 8th, International Women's Day. The day where we fight for our rights, hopefully together with the other genders we have here in our world. I want to read you a story, a very old story. It's a Chinese myth. It's about a girl who turns out to be a remarkable, strong young woman. And it's the story of Mulan. Many, many years ago, China was in the middle of a great war. And the emperor said that one man from each Chinese family must leave his family to join the war. Mulan, a teenage girl, heard the news when she was out hanging up laundry. She ran into the house. Her father was sitting in a chair, carving wood. And she said, "Father, have you heard the news? Did you hear what the emperor has ordered?" "Yes," said her old father. "I heard about it in town. I guess I have to leave and start packing right now." He put down his carving, stood up, and walked away very, very slowly. "Wait, father," said Mulan. "You have been not well for a long time, if I may say so. Why, at your age, must you join these young men?" "What else can be done?" said the father. "Your brother is a child. He's too young to go." "Of course, that's true," said Mulan. "He's too little. But I have an idea." She poured her father a cup of tea and gave it to him. "Father, have some tea. Please sit down. I will be right back." "Very well, my dear Mulan," said the father, and sat down. Mulan ran into her room. With her sword, she cut off her long black hair. She put on her father's robe. Going back to her father, Mulan said, "Look at me. I am your son now. I will go in your place. I will do my part for China." "No, no, no, my daughter," said the father. "You cannot do this." "Father, listen, please," said Mulan. "For years you have trained me in Kung Fu. You showed me how to use a sword." Mulan swung her sword back and forth with might. "Only so that you could stay safe," said her father. "I never meant for you to go to war. If they find out you're a woman, you know as well as I do that you will die." "No one will find out, father," said Mulan. She picked up her sword. "Mulan," said the father. He had tried to get up, but had to hold on to his chair. The daughter kissed him goodbye. "I love you, father," she said. "Take care of yourself. Tell my brother I said goodbye." She climbed on a family horse, and off she went to join the emperor's army. In the army, Mulan proved to be a very brave soldier. In time, she was put in charge of other soldiers. Her battles went so well that she was put in charge of still more soldiers. And her battles kept on going well. After a few years, Mulan was given a top job. She would be the general of the entire army. Not long after that, a very bad fever swept through the army. Many soldiers were sick, and Mulan was one of them. When the doctor came out of Mulan's tent, he knew the truth. "The general is a woman?" the soldiers yelled. "How can this be?" Some called out, "She tricked us, and we will not fight for a woman." They said, "Punish her, make her pay. The cost for her is to die." But others called out in voices just as loud. With Mulan, we win every battle. And they said, stay away from our general. Just then a soldier ran up. Everyone, he called. A surprise attack is coming. Mulan heard this from her tent. She got dressed and went outside. She was not yet strong, but stood tall. She told the soldiers where they must go to hide so they could attack when the enemy came. But they must get there fast. The soldiers, even those who did not like her being their general because of Mulan being a woman, could tell that Mulan knew exactly what she was talking about. And it worked. The battle was won. It was such a big victory that the enemy gave up at last. The war was over and China was saved. You can be sure that after that battle, no one cared anymore that Mulan was a woman. The emperor was so glad that Mulan had ended the long war. He set aside the rule about being a woman. Mulan, stay with me in the palace, he said. Someone as smart as you would be a fine royal advisor. Mulan bowed deeply. You are so kind, sire, she said. But if you please, what I wish most of all is to return home to my family. Then at least take these fine gifts, the emperor said. So everyone at your home village will know how much the emperor of China thinks of you. Mulan returned to her village with 6 fine horses and 6 fine swords. Everyone cheered that she was safe. The person who had saved China was the very own Mulan, a woman. Happy 8th of March, all you wonderful people out there.